Whoa,
Yo.
welcome back to another episode of the Bad Taste Video Podcast. I'm Mike. I'm here with Grizz. That's like the old intro. That flustered me a little bit.
Crazy,
but this is episode 342. I don't even know why that did that. It didn't. I don't know.
Board's haunted.
But we are fucking here for our, well, you know what? It's pretty fitting for this month, and that is a black metal theme month. So we're covering movies that kind of, what would you say, give off the vibe or give the atmosphere of
the best we can.
Of the genre.
To have black metal movies.
Like I said, we're doing black metal movies. We've covered a lot of movies that would have already fit in this subgenre. So we were a little bit limited. So a lot of these movies are probably going to be a little bit newer, but that's okay. But first, let's actually hit that intro. Eventually. That kind of that might give you an idea of what you're in for when watching this movie. We have covered an entry in this series, not really connected in any sort of way, story-wise, but neither is the original Japanese series. True. We covered Song of Solomon, which was fucking awesome. That's amazing, dude. That's probably one of my favorite modern horror movies. I think it's absolutely one of my favorites.
Dude, talk about a movie that would fit perfectly in this month. That's another one that would just, what a fucking epic, horror, religious crossover. Those are my favorite too. And that one just takes it up a fucking notch where you always wanted those movies to go, but they never do.
Yeah, and the other ones, Bloodshot was Sacrifice is the other one. I think I'm missing one, right?
I believe there's another one.
But those movies are fucking wild also. I don't know if have you seen those too?
I've seen Bloodshot, and obviously we covered fucking Song of Solomon. So
yeah, but the whole series is fucking crazy. Far crazier than the Japanese one when it comes to the gore and the effects and everything. Gives off the same vibe though.
This movie is it's really just an homage to Flower of
Flower of Flesh and Blood.
Flower of Flesh and Blood. Yeah, that's which is one of the original Guinea Pig movies. It is one that actually kind of started the whole controversy. Isn't Flower of Flesh and Blood the one that fucking Charlie Sheen took to the FBI?
I think it was
this
right?
is a fucking snuff film, dude.
Because it was the second one, right? This is the second one.
Yeah, that's number 2. Yeah.
I don't own this one.
What a fucking wild thing that Sheen was probably all yacked up, dude. Fucking.
The movie is fucking I guess if you saw it around that time, it is quite believable. We have 2 clips from it here.
Why don't we just show a little bit of this is what this movie is is taken from is this original Japanese Guinea Pig movie.
One thing I just want to say before I start playing clips is we always joke about is this going to be the episode that gets us fucking banned or whatever?
The fucking episode.
This might be it. We love you guys. Thank you for watching. We'll always be around in podcast form. But some of the effects that you're going to see, I guess this one looks good too, but when we get into the American Guinea Pig, they look fucking real. So we'll see. But here's a little bit of the Japanese Flower of Flesh and Blood that the American Guinea Pig series kind of pays homage to. But a very
same
similar,
kind of story though.
Yeah, similar idea.
Kidnapped woman is basically drugged and mutilated by this man here, taking the shoulder off. That's nice.
Just like brutal, just gore effects. That's pretty much what these movies are for, to showcase, how crazy
Special
can you
effects,
get. There's very loose stories, it would really just be a plot point in a full movie that was not, a guinea pig type.
For sure. I mean, the one we watched is really just like spinning the chair and shit like that, and all the different like tortures.
Yeah, the original one. The original one is nothing
lame in
compared
comparison.
to this. Yeah, the only thing that I love about the first one is the sound torture, where they have the fucking headphones on the girl and like they're cranking it up.
Putting that shit up. Brutal.
Yeah, that shit is that's like a pretty crazy visual. But the second one is where they really actually start turning up the effects, because the original is not gory at all, but this one.
I love this. This movie doesn't have this aspect of it, but there's an amazing scene at the end of the original Guinea Pig 2. Where he sees this garden that this guy has made of like all these flesh parts and like heads and fucking severed limbs and shit. There's like plants growing out of them and stuff. That's one of like the coolest fucking things about, and that's not actually, it's not paid off in this movie or anything like that, but about the original, that's such a fucking cool aspect of it.
Yeah, we have one more clip from the OG, and this is at the end. You can see, dude. Yeah, very similar. As you'll see later on.
So the one thing that is different in this movie that is as you see here, she's moving, like she's able to like move her body even though she's severed. Like the chicks in this movie are completely, they're out, dude. There's no movement.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse psychologically watching it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, is it? Because like when you're completely helpless like that, they also actually we have a little bit of an explanation. Let's get. Do you want to wait a little bit? Do you want to?
Yeah, let's. I'll give them a little bit of a synopsis, because then there's a little bit of a build up here before we get to that explanation of like what these what's going on in this movie. So basically, we have two kidnapped victims are laid out in a room on display, and a few men are taping their systematic torture and death for some unknown paying customers that they're trying to film this for.
Yeah, it's like a snuff movie type thing, right? Yeah. Like that's what this is.
There's certain requests that are being made that they have to, take care of in the film and stuff in order to get paid, and it's a wild concept, man.
The kidnapping sequence, which we actually have a clip of, is fucking ridiculous. One thing I got to say is I think that's a Mach 1 Mustang, right? That's a pretty nice whip you got there. But
I actually love this guy in the back seat with a gas mask too. This is a pretty fucking cool look.
So the two victims get in the car, and there's a dude in the back seat, and you see like smoke start arising from the back. He basically he gasses them in the car until they pass out. Oh, that's not a Mach 1 Mustang. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
But he hops out of the back seat. And he's got like a gas mask on, like the old school style Sid Wilson one.
Oh, I love it. Sid Wilson.
But this movie has a really cool atmosphere and I guess like visual element to it. It's not complete. What was it? Shot on Super VHS. It was shot on Super 8, right?
Super 8, and there's also like standard, I think like an HD camera that was used in certain shots also. And I actually love the mix of like media formats you get in this, because it'll jump from like a Super 8 shot to a more of a high definition shot that's like more of like an outside perspective of what's going on compared to like watching what's being filmed. So you do get these different films of like being behind the camera of the torturers and also just being like an outside perspective of like the room and what's going on at the time. I think that's a cool thing that they did.
Yeah. It's pretty fucked up when you see them in the room before they start all the shit. Like it's just this giant, like empty warehouse type looking thing with two medical beds, like old style medical beds. and a really
Table
scary
of tools, man.
I was gonna say a
Classic.
really scary table of tools. But I do like how they have like the setup of everything, and you keep seeing when they're changing the reels of the Super 8 camera, it'll cut to red,
jumps.
or there you
Yeah.
see like it's a video camera, it goes to like the fuzz of a VHS tape,
Visual,
and then
yeah.
it goes to another cut. But you see the two victims laying on this table with just like a bunch of dirty shit on the table beside them, and everybody's wearing a mask, which is an interesting thing. And the dude that's like the main
dude, Baphomet mask is badass, dude. I love that thing.
the actor, I think they call him, right?
Yes.
He's got like the giant goat skull mask on.
So with this movie, man, I learned about this movie before it came out. I believe it was 2012. Is that the date on this? 2012, something like that.
2014 this came out.
2014.
Yeah.
I believe the Indiegogo started in 2012. And I originally contributed to the Indiegogo to get this film made. I got like a custom, American Guinea Pig t-shirt that I have fucking worn the fucking graphics right off of at this point. And I got the original DVD signed by Stephen Biro and shit like that. And just the build up to this coming out for like the good year and a half, where everyone was contributing. There was different levels being added, different goal marks and stuff like that. And then to actually get the DVD and to see this was such a cool thing, man. I think that there should be, I don't hear about that happening as much anymore, of like movies getting like crowdfunded and like being able to like buy into certain aspects of it, whether it's like producers' rights and shit like that.
Put your name in.
I think that's a cool way to get people involved, man.
Yeah, people would pay to be in your movie just to like fucking stand there,
For sure.
I do
100%.
like that. It's pretty cool because sometimes it'll be like, oh, we'll send you like a prop, or you'll get
that was
something.
different levels of this. You put in like a couple $100, dude. You got like the top level. I remember being a $2,000 donation, and you got the final complete like dismembered bust of one of the girls after the fucking movie, dude. Like wild props.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I think do they still do that with? I feel like somebody still does that.
I hope so. I don't really have my finger on the pulse of like
Olaf did that, didn't he?
Yes,
For
with
Lavitia?
he does do that with the Lavizia or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
I'm
which
pretty
we're
sure
still
that was
waiting.
crap.
We're still waiting to see. We're gonna cover it
can't
when we fucking
wait,
finally get a chance. Let me actually.
The reviews are great because it was. I guess he showed it at like a German film festival or something like that, and
Chris,
people fucking loved it.
Yeah, why don't you take over for a second? I'll see if this is available to us yet.
I don't know, like I don't know, but like it's a cool movie though too because it's like a period piece. So if like you ever seen Black Past, there's like scenes in that movie from like the war and shit like that, and this is basically like a full like World War II gore film, but it's not like based on the war. It's like an actual horror like concept inside of like this fucking war movie. It looks absolutely incredible.
All right, so I don't see it yet for us to purchase.
A few clips that I've seen that he's posted on his Facebook are fucking awesome, dude. I'm so excited about this one.
I asked him and he's like, "Oh, we're looking for a distributor or some shit, right?" Didn't he say something like that?
Yeah,
I don't remember exactly, but still waiting to cover that one. But back to American Guinea Pig. We alluded to it before, but you kind of get a rundown of how they prep the people for the like surgery, I guess you would say.
Procedure. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but I really think this is a pretty fucked up thing.
You've been injected with a neuromuscular blocking agent, vecuronium to be precise. And that strange liquid I had you swallow, 1,500 micrograms of LSD has been introduced into your system. Now, you are to be systematically tortured to death while being filmed for our benefactors.
Dude, that's so
heavy
fucked up.
Fuck, dude. That is so heavy.
So they're only paralyzing them so they're able to feel it, right?
You can feel it, you
And
can experience it, and you're tripping balls, dude.
Yeah, you're tripping on acid too.
That's not even just like a few like doses, dude. That's so much LSD.
Do you know what a normal dose would be in micrograms? Do you know?
Not 100%. It's all dependent on like I'm gonna give myself away here if I start fucking talking too detailed about this. But it all depends on like, you know, what the format of like the liquid is, what the micron of the liquid is, what the micron that the paper was dipped in or the gel tabs were made out of. Because it's like all UGL stuff, underground labs. There's really no definitive answer. Yeah. You're not gonna get like a certain mic'd up dose that you're gonna fucking know every time. Like that's my go-to is fucking, you know.
It looks
it's not like THC.
The first LSD trip, the dude took shit, I think it was only like 250 micrograms.
Yeah.
Damn. Moderate here you go. Heavy dose 250 plus.
So like, and that's like typically if you're gonna get like wipe up, like if you got a paper of wipe up, which is basically like where like you've already dipped all your sheets and then you're wiping it down with like an excess paper. Those are just completely wildly mic'd out. You could end up with a dose that has nothing and then another dose next to it that's got like 300 to 400 mic on it, dude.
Yeah, damn. So yeah, they're dosing these people heavily.
Liquid is no joke either, dude. I got stories, but oh god,
Timothy Leary would be crying seeing that. But that's like such a fucked up concept. Like you're paralyzed, but you can feel it, and you're tripping fucking insanely hard. Like just a nightmare. So these are
and like because you're conscious enough to like hear what he's saying, and like you're about to be fucking tortured to death. Yeah, you're already in a bad situation, and like it just got so much worse, dude.
What a fucking dark thing, Jesus Christ. Let's see. Bouquet, Guts, and Gore was a great entry to the series. I was excited for this, and I had to contribute. I had to contribute to the crowdfunding, waiting for the 4th AGP installment. Excited to see it. Yeah, fuck yeah, Mikey Ortega. There we go. But yeah, then they begin. I don't know why I said it so enthusiastically because it's pretty.
It starts off lightly enough, you know, some simple hand cutting and stuff. Nothing too crazy.
Lightly enough, dude. This is.
I mean, for the grand scheme of like where we're gonna go, yeah, I'd say pretty light.
Dude, this is just. Oh my god. It looks almost real. Like
I think the film quality adds to that. You know, it helps to that effect.
But this is pretty much what you're getting throughout the fucking whole hour and 21 minutes of this movie.
And as it's happening, like the dude with the camera is like basically a director, and he's like, you have to start with the left body part. You can't start on the right. And it's like part of the instructions from like the people that want this film made is that like the left half of the girl has to be mutilated first for some reason. It's such a fucking weird thing, dude.
Yeah, it's almost like there's some sort of like religious thing to it, right?
That there is a connotation to that, especially
and all that stuff, right?
And he's wearing the fucking Baphomet mask and shit like that. I could see how that could definitely be drawn together.
But yeah, they just start hacking away. They start, taking off hands. What is the foot next?
The foot is. This is probably the funniest fucking scene. If there is a funny scene in this movie, I just love the way he like nonchalantly has this foot. Give him a nice chop.
Using a saw.
Takes the still up.
Yeah, that's like such an effective like little thing. Is that the sock is still on?
He takes it the fuck off.
Yeah, he takes it off. He's like looking at it. Well,
chucks it.
Tosses it to the side.
I love that shit, dude.
The music,
I like his hard times tattoo as well. That shit's tough as nails, dude.
The music in this, the score is so unsettling also, right? It's like a drone pretty much throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, I like that though about it, dude, because it is a drone. It's just like this like almost like low frequency machine work happening the whole time, and it just kind of like grinds throughout the whole fucking film. It is so gritty, dude. That's like the best way to describe this movie. Is gritty as fuck.
It matches the aesthetic of the film.
Like, 100%.
Like you're not gonna have some
it looks
fucking
and feels and sounds the way it should.
Yeah, you're not gonna have like a Fabio Frizzi fucking synth score.
That'd be so weird.
Playing like a Calypso fucking Casio keyboard theme. No, it matches everything because you're pretty much. This movie is almost like you're just, a fly on the wall, right? Like you're just in the room watching what's going on. Yeah,
that's what I was saying. And that's what I liked about it is there's that one camera view where you are just like, not a participant, but just like a spectator. But then there's that like camera footage, like the foot shot is the one from like outside of the room. You're just kind of watching it. But the hand shot, that was like through the lens of the person filming. And the way that they look so different, it's such a cool way to keep the film interesting for there to be just not much of a plot to really be happening,
Yeah, because they're not doing something the whole time. Like it's, they go between, the instruments or between the people and stuff, or they're talking to each other for whatever reason. So it'll switch between like them changing they got to change the camera, the film. It'll switch to the other thing.
So like did the one guy like basically like tell the other guy that he was like coming in his pants when he said he had to change his underwear? Was that what he was implying to, that like he was aroused? Like why did he have to change his underwear?
Oh, I don't know, man. I thought he meant like he shit his pants, like it was just too much for him. I don't know. Because
like, well, he was like, there's like other comments that guy was making in the parts of the film that were like, has some sexual connotations to them. So I was like,
I was thinking of the cameraman guy.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
Oh, but because he threatens him like, yo, we have your family and all that shit. So I took it as like he was freaking out. Like he was like, because there was two cameramen.
Yeah,
there was the
one who was like the director.
Yeah, like one was into it, and I took it as like he was like, because remember in the beginning he's like, I want to feel it in my pants or something like that. Like,
yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. He's the one that said he had to change his underwear.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other camera guy. That's the one that they say have his family. Like you better keep doing it.
The one with like the weird white fucking like.
Oh yeah, he was into it, man. The one that had like the newspaper.
Yeah, and he said that like he wanted to feel it in his pants, and I'm like, and he changed his underwear. I was like, dude, this fucking dude's like filming this and like just busting nuts the whole time. It's fucking disgusting, man.
It's a very strange cast of characters. I guess when you're in that business, you're not exactly
That's where you're at.
Yeah, you take what you could get. But we get some pretty fucking gnarly shit, even to our standards. Some Fulci
takes it up a notch, man.
Yeah, some Fulci like Gore, but turned up to 11. And we've seen it in the New York Ripper. We covered that years ago.
Yep.
But we get another eyeball cut in this movie, and this is quite possibly. Well,
there's a debate to this movie, which is the better eyeball fucking scene, dude.
The trauma. Okay, all right. Well, this makes me fucking wince. And the other one the second one we're gonna show made me laugh.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
It's so fucking ridiculous. All right, so the first one, just like in the New York Ripper, this person is gonna have their eye sliced with a sharp instrument. Oh my god!
You ever seen the Salvador Dali fucking movie?
No.
Where he fucking does this. Like, this is what Dali did basically in his fucking the movie that he made. There's like a close up of him like razor blading like this girl's eyeball open and shit.
Oh my god! You could tell when it goes to the dummy. You know what I mean? When it's no longer the woman, but like it looks like as though like they're cutting out like her pupil basically. Like the
who was like that like clear fucking gel shit that was coming out of it. That one's pretty gnarly for sure, dude.
That one made me wince. That definitely made me wince because they kind of
this one makes me laugh though.
They like lead up to it, like it's coming, and this one is just fucking ridiculous. So we get a cigarette.
Takes the cig.
Yeah, takes the cig, puts it out in the eye, and then puts his thumb into the eye.
Fucks it.
Yeah, you can tell it's it's not the person anymore.
No, but it's the sound the whole time is just like. Yeah, I'm like, oh my god,
so fucking ridiculous. Don't worry, nobody was actually harmed.
Special effects, baby.
Yeah, it's just fucking wild. What an idea. I don't think I saw it coming when I first
That's
saw
the
it.
thing that got me about it. That's why I popped, dude, because it was out of nowhere.
Yeah, at first you think it's just going to be the cigarette. You're like, oh my God, that fucking, oh. And then it's like the thumb too. It's like, oh,
even the
God.
cigarette got me. Even the cigarette felt like it was out of left field. I was like, they're smoking a stogie? I was like, what's going on right now?
Where'd that come from?
And he's just like, oh, shit.
But, you know, they just keep going further and further with the craziness.
Okay. So we have another fucking thing that we can discuss which one is better. We have a degloving scene in this fucking movie. We also have an iconic degloving scene in Men Behind the Sun. So the question is, which degloving is fucking better here?
All right, let's roll American Guinea Pig. So they like cut around her arm, like just below the elbow, with a razor or a knife, and then they pulled the skin down, revealing.
Oh man, that's so gnarly, bro.
That is fucking crazy looking. Like peeling it back, it looks like Hellraiser.
Dude, I think it's because of how slow this one is that it's fucking me up so bad, man.
You know what though? But the thing with the Men Behind the Sun one is you're just not really expecting it, and it's just like whoosh, and the woman's just like.
The reaction of the woman, the way the fucking skeletal hands are sitting there in Men Behind the Sun, it's a better scene in my opinion, for sure, dude.
I think it's just it's like funny to me, like the cigarette scene in this one. It's just fucking. It's just fucking kind of funny. I don't know. We are not that crazy, I guess. I keep feeling like talking about these movies like, yo, what is better when we're watching this simulated
what would you
torture?
prefer?
Yeah, sitting with the monocle with the fucking cognac in front of the fireplace. Would you prefer to be degloved like this or like this? I have seen like actual degloving. Be it it's postmortem, but like it is like a fucking sight to be seen. It is gross.
I can't imagine, dude. Gnarly as fuck. Well, I mean, the thing about this one is obviously like the speed. You can actually like kind of put yourself in there and like have that peeling back, kind of like watching it and how much like force it's taking them and shit. That like adds to the gnarliness of it. Whereas the Men Behind the Sun one, it's quick, like you were saying, but it's just more of a shock. This one, like you feel it. Like this one, you're fucking living through it with them. You know, this is a tough one.
Imagine like laying there and like you can't move. You could feel everything going on, and your arm's fucking skin is being ripped off.
Tore off, dude.
And they do it to like all our limbs, I think, right? Don't they do it to most of them?
Yeah, 100%.
And then you just see them like throw it on the floor. It's like
fuck, like a pile of fucking deli meat, bro. It's fucking gnarly.
And
think about that with your next ham sandwich. It's gonna be
one thing that they do with this is they end both of them with like having their guts ripped out, right? Like that's the finale, sort of.
Yeah. Top on the fucking.
And it looks it's they just keep on coming. They just keep on coming. Imagine this movie came out in like 1992. How fucking crazy this would be.
Yeah.
People
Charlie Sheen would fucking have a meltdown.
You'd have the FBI, you'd have the FBI fucking kicking down the doors. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Face.
Yeah, the first girl, they like cut her mouth like, you know, in the cheeks, like straight back, and the guy's like, "Stop, that's far enough." And yeah, her face is like all open, like Dr. Tongue and
she's just fucking conscious through the whole thing and tripping,
even when they're pulling
dude.
the guts out. Fucked up, dude. What a horrible fucking experience to think about.
So like in reality though, if this is happening, I feel like you'd be going into like such shock that you just start shutting down. Like you wouldn't last through.
No, you wouldn't last. No,
80% of this, bro.
Once they cut off both your legs, like how they do in this, you're done.
The shock is so intense. The blood loss is so fast.
You wouldn't be able to stop it with just tying like a tourniquet around it, because once you nick an artery, like you're fucked. unless you get medical attention, like, or you know what you're doing, and like you have to still have to get medical attention immediately.
They're not cauterizing that fucking wound or anything, dude. It's bleeding out for sure. And
no, yeah, you're fucking done.
I mean, the idea of them lasting through the whole thing is brutal as fuck for sure. But I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, dude, your body is not going to allow you to fucking suffer through that much, man.
Even
no
when
way.
like they like cut the face, like you would be done after that. Like that.
Yeah, no way. Dude.
Imagine
just fucking walking around with a fucking yapper like that, just fucking cut open, dude. That shit would fucking be gnarly.
We do get a cameo in this movie, and this actually might be my favorite part. Jim Van Bebber, the legend, who is actually heavily involved in the production.
Yeah.
He plays the editor, and
dude,
he is quite
the best role in the film.
He's quite the character.
Christ, this time the girl's good looking. And so-so? So-so? That's all they are?
Just like him with that
mask.
Like the hush puppy looking mask.
Gotta rein in that guy, man. I don't like that guy. I think he's gonna fuck everything up.
I think he's gonna fuck everything up, man. They're talking about the Baphomet guy because he's just like
he calls him like a big bald moron or something. Dude, Goose is falling hard, man. So he didn't actually die. He came back, and now he's the editor of a snuff ring.
That's right.
I like that they're all wearing masks, though. Like, nobody truly knows who anybody is.
Yep.
Right?
Well, except for the three in the room must. Because they walk in it.
The actor dude does take his mask off, and he like eats like the heart at one point and takes a bite out of it.
He's sniffing that fucking ether or whatever they're fucking getting pumped on and shit.
Yeah, I guess they do know each other. I think they're doing fucking like Rush or like doing
something like that for sure.
What the fuck?
Jim's
Poppers.
mask is adorable, dude. That's what I thought too. I'm like, that mask is fucking dope, dude. That is some cool fucking.
Just the way
I want to see a fucking luchador wear that fucking thing.
Just like the way he acts in it is funny. Like you see his mouth where he's like, what a dude. But they show at the end of this, which is super fucking dark. Back in the warehouse, 2 tables. And you see them You see them put a baby down and then lead like a
toddler.
Yeah, the toddler onto the bed.
Dude.
Fucking.
I'm like, they're not gonna get into this, are they? And I was like, oh my god!
If you're gonna end the movie and you want to like make it fucking crazy, that's how you do it. Bravo!
It really takes it up to that next notch on that end, dude. I was not expecting it my first watch, and I was like almost sick to my stomach when I saw him bringing the kids out. I was like, no, let's not do this.
Is that considered a downer ending?
Yeah, in the best way though, dude. Like if a movie makes you feel that way, that's awesome. I love that, dude.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I laughed. I'm like, of course.
Yeah, I mean,
like, of course.
It's
like,
ridiculous. But I like movies that like are supposed to like make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And like provoke emotion. Like I hate the idea that like movies are supposed to be safe and like are supposed to be a feel good thing all the time. They can be. That's fine, man. But like, I like a movie that makes me fucking feel like shit when I'm done watching it, man. Like something that's just like dirty as fuck. And this is one of them. This movie makes you feel like, holy fuck, dude, what did I just get into over here?
It's funny because you think like an hour and 20 minutes of this is like really fucking too much, but it kind of moves pretty fast.
It does, yeah, for what it is, for sure.
Because there's a lot of really like entertaining dialogue between the people. Like the director and all that, like talking, like directing the actor and all that shit between the cameraman. The 2 women don't speak at all. They're just there. They don't move at all either. They're just kind of laying there. But it's pretty fucking gnarly. This movie is probably one of the crazier like gore films that actually has like a budget and looks good, like actually looks professional. Great. This is probably one of the best ones that you're going to be able to see. They really do a good job, right? Unearthed Films, they don't deal with bullshit. They don't do.
Pyro, man, he's been fucking hitting it out of the park so much. Everything that he's been putting out, even the films that he's going and finding and then releasing on his label now, are fucking gems that like really should be highlighted and stuff, man. He's a cool dude. That's a dude we're gonna get him on. We gotta talk to old Stevie.
Yeah, him and Brian, man, they're still doing it. They're doing the hyper gore shit, making you really wince. at certain points in movies. Really hard to do that nowadays.
Once
Especially
Brian's new movie
mainstream.
comes out, we're definitely having him back on to talk about that one, dude. That's going to be fun.
I'm pretty excited because we got a lot of new stuff coming out. He's got one. The Olaf movie is probably going to come out this year.
It's got to come out this year, I imagine, dude.
I wonder if maybe, even if they get like a version over in Europe, maybe we can get a copy and we'll try to do the good old auto translate. See if we get, maybe we'll get
worked a few times for me. So
we'll be the first ones to review it over here. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, dude, American Guinea Pig, Bouquet of Guts and Gore, fucking wild trip.
Wild fucking ride, dude.
Now, Grizz, next Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@badtastevideopodcast. We are going to be covering a movie that I don't think people really would have expected us to cover, but we both feel like it fits. The setting, the atmosphere, the story, it all fits, and it features Josh Hartnett. And that's
Which even more. What's more black metal than fucking Josh Hartnett?
Yeah. We're going to be covering 30 Days of Night.
Movie fucking rules too. I'm so stoked to cover this movie, man.
Yeah, this is part of that like 2000s sleeper zombie vampire type films and werewolves also. All these like random movies that came out where you revisit them later and you're like, holy fuck! Like that
way better than I gave it credit for, dude.
Yeah, that shit was fucking awesome. I'm excited to rewatch this. I feel like I haven't watched it in a while. Maybe like a couple years ago I saw it again. It
had to have been probably almost 10 years since I've watched this movie, dude, for sure.
I just remember this one kind of has a downer of an ending too, right? Doesn't 30 Days a Night have like a semi?
Is that LL Cool J in this movie?
Is he?
Is he? We'll find out next week, but I think LL Cool J might be in this movie, dude.
I think there's a couple famous people in this movie.
Yeah,
I don't fucking remember. I haven't watched it in a minute, but
it's dark, it's chilly, it's fucking vampires, dude. It's fucking black metal. We're gonna fucking make it work.
Sunlight. Yeah, we're gonna make it work. There it is. 30 Days a Night. That's gonna be next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@BadTasteVideoPodcast. Grizz, what do we got for this week's Wide World of Black Metal?
Yes, so all month, obviously, we're going to be covering some different black metal stuff. And I was telling Mike, dude, like, it's hard to find something contemporary that I enjoy, that I think is worth showing you guys and shit like that. I like to come up with new stuff because there's so much stuff that just is so similar. It's very cut and paste. Unfortunately, this genre is, and we kind of talked about how like doom metal can be the same way. It's just very accessible to kind of get into and start playing. So a lot of stuff just sounds similar. So then I came across this band, and I'm like, this is something that's a little bit different. It's a different style of black metal. This band is from the UK. Their band is called Deidus. This is off the album Via Dolorosa, which is actually just got re-released this year in 2025. It was originally released, I believe, in 2018. They did like a cleanup on it and a whole revamp and stuff like that. And I was surprised that you liked this. I was stoked. I didn't really know, like from what I know about you in black metal, it's typically more of like the grindier, more harder side of black metal that you would get into. So I wasn't sure how you were going to take this.
No, I like the stuff. I like the stuff. I like the shit with melody. You know what I mean? Like it's got a...
Yeah, it's good, dude. It doesn't have to be balls to the wall all the time.
No.
Let's get into the song Hollowed Terror to start. Great.
It's very like second wave black metal to me, like.
It's just honestly second wave is good, man. I like third wave, that late 90s stuff.
Yeah, this stuff's fine, man. I actually probably listen to more shit like this than like, you know, like real grindish type stuff. Yeah. I like the higher production value. I don't.
That's what we had talked about also beforehand, before the show, is that like people in black metal bands feel like they have this need to make a lo-fi, record on shitty gear, and like have that like second wave Norwegian black metal sound, and it's like you're not a fucking second wave Norwegian band.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to fucking do that.
You're not
if you're fucking
you're
good
not
at your instrument, you can play and have it sound good.
You're not a rich European killing your friends. You're not doing that. It's just a fucking genre. In 2025, this shit's a fucking genre. Like, come on, let's be fucking real. You're allowed.
Also, I have a fucking problem with American black metal bands who fucking play Norwegian fucking black metal. Like, why would you do that? Like, that's complete. Like, there's so many. There's good. Okay, like Worm, for instance, is a fucking killer American black metal band that does not rip off the Norwegian black metal sound. Like has his own fucking thing going on. And I think that's what you should be doing. If like, dude, what was that band? Is it fucking Westward Bound or something like that? Or Lost Lands? I think it's Lost Lands, which is like that Wild West black metal album I sent you.
Themed, black metal album. That's fucking awesome.
It's so fucking good, dude. Like, it is one of the coolest. Like, a Wild West black metal band is the coolest fucking concept. I want to see cowboys in fucking corpse paint on fucking stage with fucking 6-shooters, dude. That is fucking awesome. God damn.
You just want the assless chops, bro.
That's a big part of it.
Ride 'em, cowboy. But I do like this type of black metal because it has that. It still has the sound. It still has like the feel and everything, but also like it has a groove to it.
Listenable, dude.
Yeah, it kind of has a bit more of a, I don't know. It has, I don't want to say like authentic feel to it, but it just feels more like folk music-y when it's.
And to me, that was like the true fucking, like a lot of that early Norwegian shit has like that Norwegian folk music like played into it and shit like that. Like a lot of that, dude, Immortal riffs are a lot of that stuff is just like crossed over from that kind of like, you know, folk music of the fucking time, dude. Like I think that's a huge part of it, and that's what's cool about this band is like you just said, it pulls in those like melodies, but they add them into like a harder, you know, it's not like a fucking, it's not pretty, but it's like, it's fucking catchy, dude. I don't know.
What do you want to do next?
Let's go with Atonement. This is a fucking cool little like atmosphere kind of sounding fucking track too.
Oh, and make a track.
I mean, this is definitely in that realm of like, you know, Behemoth's production style, black metal. It's cleaner.
I was thinking even like the Watain type, like
well, with Watain, it is a little bit. It's a heavier, like grinding type of black metal. It's a more aggressive. Like this is a more like atmospheric kind of. This reminds me a little bit of like a more put together like Drudka or something like that, where it's not as just like a wispy kind of like atmosphere. It's more of like a riff driven song based atmospheric.
Song.
Yeah. But it definitely like the production is crisp as fuck, man. The vocals are that like, you know, higher, harsh kind of like vocals you would expect from like a black metal band. It has a little bit of like a Black Funeral kind of thing going on to, or what is it? I can't remember the fucking name I'm thinking of now, but there's a song about like funerals that fucking sounds just like this. There's a million songs about funerals. Let's get into the last one here, named after the album itself, Via della Rosa. And I like this one because it's got more of like a rock and roll kind of like black metal thing going on to it.
See, like I'm into this. I think this is
This kicks ass, dude.
It's catchy.
But I mean, that's really kind of like where I was really big into black metal for a while. I was in a black metal band. It was fucking hilarious.
What happened with that?
And they just did the drummer's got stuff going on. What drummer doesn't have stuff going on?
True.
But and now I'm like kind of at a place with black metal where like I fucking absolutely love it. But when I'm listening to it, I'm gonna lean more towards that black rock and roll. I fucking love Midnight. I love shit like Hell Ripper. That stuff like bands like Wraith and shit, like that's just kind of like where it's at for me. And that feels like really that like American black metal. That's kind of like what I'm saying. Like you're taking American rock and roll and infusing it with fucking black metal, and you just get this like edgy, punky kind of like fucking in your face new kind of thing that I'm just all about that, man. That's my go-to right now.
It's because you mellowed out, man. You're not as aggressive.
I'm growing
as you used
old,
to be.
dude.
Yeah, you just want to hang out, stare at the snow, and fucking
rock, dude.
Just fucking rock. Yeah, drink a Coors Light, fucking just hang out. You got any snow up there right now?
Yeah, dude. We always got snow up here.
How many feet?
Kidding me?
How many feet?
Right now we got probably less, maybe like 8 inches on the ground right now.
Damn,
which is not bad for us here. It's typical, dude.
You gonna get some snow next week also? I know we're supposed to get
yes,
some.
sir.
You gonna get
probably
6, 7 feet.
Hopefully, we'll see.
We'll see.
Close down work for a day or two.
We might have to do the show via ham radio. We're gonna have to hit the repeaters.
Fucking root canal Thursday, dude. I am not looking forward to that shit.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
That is a horrible.
Got a broken tooth
Again?
Yeah, dude. My teeth are just, I swear, they're just going to like fall out of my skull, dude.
He's not smoking meth either. I don't know what's going on over there.
That was years ago that I quit. I thought it would be like better, and it's not, dude. I don't fucking.
That's rough, man. That's rough. I remember when you got like a bunch of like dental work done at once, and that just seemed like a nightmare.
Yeah, this is going to be, hopefully it should be good. It should be in and out. I told them that I have like an insensitivity or whatever to Novocaine. Like it doesn't work on me. So I have to be sedated for all of my because like I was swearing at the dentist the one time and he was like, dude, I can't have you saying these things in front of other patients. And I was like, dude, I feel everything that you're fucking doing right now, bro.
I had the laughing gas last time I went, and I feel like it didn't do anything. I feel like I didn't feel any different. I don't know. Maybe that's just like you're not. I don't know. I just didn't. I feel like I wasted my $15 copayment on that. The $15 extra.
Extra. It's like an extra 100 something to get fucking sedated. It fucking sucks, man.
Is it like Twilight? Like they inject you? Like they put the stuff in you? Or
yeah. Like it's weird, dude. Like they inject you, but then like I feel like I don't go fully under. I feel like I just kind of like blink my eyes and it's done.
Bro, they American guinea pig you.
I hope so, dude. I'm down. Let's get this over.
No, you're gonna feel the whole thing and be paralyzed. Don't even. I don't even want to fucking. I'm knocking on. You got some salt thrown over your shoulder.
You ever, dude? So like, I like have read all. I was like big into like weird medical anomaly cases and shit like that for a while.
Root canal of guts and gore. I hope not, dude. I hope not.
But like there's a thing where like people will go under for like anesthesia, but they'll be conscious and like awake for their surgeries, but they can't fucking move. But they're like, they're physically like witnessing their fucking surgeries and shit like that.
I think you're. Did your mic get unplugged? I feel like we just lost you.
Really?
Oh, there we go. I heard it go. I don't know.
Dude, have you ever had that fucking heard this shit about like people having surgeries and they're like conscious for it and they can feel?
Of course, yeah.
Like,
and you can't do anything. Thing. Yeah,
you're just like paralyzed, dude. Fuck me, that would
fuck
suck.
that, man. I would probably die of a heart attack if that ever happened to me. I wouldn't be able to make it. Like
I'd be so scared, bro.
if as people know, I get kidney stones, and I couldn't imagine waking up while they're actually like removing one or whatever. Dude, holy fuck,
that's terrifying.
Yeah, it happens to people having serious surgeries too. Like their guts are out of their fucking body and they wake up.
And they're just awake. They're like, oh, fuck. They just knock them out quick.
I once went for a kidney stone procedure and I was put to sleep. And I remember they didn't start working on me yet, but I was like completely naked on the table at that point. Like where they were just about to start.
Ready to go.
And I woke up and I remember like looking at the anesthesiologist and the anesthesiologist looking very worried about me turning my head and looking at them. And I just remember them going like over to their thing and like, and that was it. I like remember waking up and thinking like, huh, that was fast. And I like kind of look around. I'm like, uh-oh. that was a pretty scary thought. Like, oh, please don't please let me move my head. Please let me move my and that was fine. It all worked out.
God
but
damn, dude.
I couldn't imagine.
You ever had like sleep paralysis or anything like that?
Nah.
Yeah, me neither.
I sleep like a fucking baby. I sleep and wake up.
I don't, but I don't ever fucking wake up not being able to move and seeing some kind of fucking demon in the room or some shit.
Like the sleep terrors and all that shit. Like I don't want to ever fucking deal with that. That's
like
some
my
fucking
dog has those.
Really?
Just kicking my ass in the night, dude, all the time. Just fucking
it's not farting.
Just chasing
him,
rabbits or something, dude. I don't fucking know.
He's probably trying to get you to stop farting right in his fucking general direction.
It's his fucking
give me a break,
there, bro.
Yeah, dude. I feel bad for people that have that shit.
Oh shit! You woke up during a colonoscopy, bro. Fuck me, dude.
What happened? Please, the chat coming through on this, please. Did they immediately stop? Did you do anything? What
they like pull it out? It was like fucking coming out. You're like, oh shit.
We don't mean to laugh, man, because that's a rough thing. That's fucking terrible. But dude, if you ain't laughing, you're crying. That's a brutal fucking procedure to wake up during.
I had like my stomach scoped once, and I can't even imagine just fucking waking up with like a fucking camera down my throat, let alone up my ass, dude. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck.
Is that why you don't sleep over here?
Yeah.
I can't even get that out without laughing. Yeah, that's some fire in the sky shit, man. I don't want to. I'm gonna tip my anesthesiologist next time before I go in. Give me the extra juice.
Hundo, buddy.
Yeah, I want to see my grandma, if you catch my drift. But Chris, if we get a response for this story before we sign off here, we'll give it to you. But Chris, is there anything else that you feel like we missed this week?
Nah, man, this fucking movie was such a good time. Like I said, I was psyched when it came out. I was even more pumped on it after I saw it, and it's been a while since I revisited it. After seeing it again now, man, I was like, this fucker holds up tenfold, dude. Yeah. It is a great watch. So if you guys like this one, stay tuned for the rest of the month. Maybe there's something else you might get into.
I would almost guarantee it. They said he's waking up, and then I went back down. Did anybody look panicked?
It was nice. They hit that spot, bro. I got it.
Yeah. I feel like pilots and doctors I treat the same way. I only panic when they look panicked. That's when I get scared.
That's the last thing you want your doctor to be is fucking panicked. God damn.
But Chris, where can they find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram at Kane_enabler.
And you can find me at Bad Taste Video, and you can find everything we do at www.badtastevideo.com. We stream every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@badtastevideopodcast. If you can't catch the live stream, which is a little hard for some people, our West Coast people, it's, we're doing this 9 p.m., so it's 6 over there. Shit, I'm just getting home from work at that time. You could go and watch the live stream after the fact. They're all on our YouTube channel. Or if you prefer, we release these in podcast form every Thursday morning, actually. 12:01 a.m. they go live. Sorry I missed this one, but we'll rewatch. Hey, that's fine. You have been recently beheaded.
I fucking love your name, dude. That is an awesome YouTube fucking handle. Recently beheaded.
But next Tuesday night, we'll be covering 30 Days of Night, which I'm pumped to fucking do again. Maybe is Grizz, you gonna go read the whole comic series before or no?
There's a fucking comic? Goddamn nerds, dude. They're doing everything.
No. It's done by IDW. I think it's IDW, but if I remember correctly, like it's like pretty good. Like it's got blood and all
Spawn
that
good?
shit. No, it's better than. Well, actually, the Spawn HBO
Fucking hate on
series.
Spawn, dude. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Dude, the Spawn HBO series was wild.
It's so good, dude.
The comic books were pretty all right. I don't know. I was
The
never.
movie kicked ass too. John Leguizamo, bro. That shit was cool as fuck.
True. Who am I kidding? I fucking love Spawn. But yeah, 30 Days a Night next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel. But I want to thank everybody for coming in the chat. I want to thank everybody for listening at home, everybody watching after the fact. We will see you next week with some loosely black metal vampire action starring Josh Hartnett. Thank you and goodbye.